Welcome to a special live recording of Comm Talk by Geek Devotions, the podcast extension of Geek Devotions, the show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting you know you're loved. And today, ladies and gentlemen, for episode 206, we're going to talk about Geek'd Con. What is happening here? Celeste, something's happening on the planet Geekery right this second.
Glix, priority alpha command, open comms now.
Loading geek culture language patches. Loading spiritual applications. Loading grace and hope directives. Comms opening in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, devoted geeks. Glad to have you guys here with us today. As I said, this is a special live recording of our podcast. It's actually being recorded through Twitch right now and YouTube, and so we have a chat going on the screen. We got our prayer requests over here, and for those of you who don't know what happens during our live streams, normally we have a running sticky note with prayer requests that we post in our Discord channel after the stream, so it's going to be a good time. In the background, ladies and gentlemen, you will hear the lovely sounds of my beautiful bride,
Celeste.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Geek'd Con 2025 or Geek'd Con X. Da, 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 da.
It's kind of weird that they called it Geek'd Con X. Like, I know why they did it,
right?
But strange.
It was a little odd, but it is. It is what it is. But hey, the structure for today, guys, we're going to give kind of just a general overview of what we thought about the con and how it went for us, and then we're going to take a little break in the middle, and then when we come back from our break, we're actually going to be talking about we're going to be looking at pictures. We're going to go through the pictures on our Facebook page and just kind of talking about the memories, some of the people we saw, all that kind of good stuff. Just real quick, acknowledging our chat here. They're going to be coming up in conversation as we go. Retro Rewind goes, Geek'd Con X taking place of 20XX. That's correct. Celeste talking to Paladin Pirate about something about cosplay and makeup. What is this, Celeste?
Oh, he was asked. I was responding as to why my face isn't going to be on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Jason goes, Jesus rules. And Stacey says hello to Celeste. Dale says, the frustration, the X. What? Nope. That's not the frustration.
Frustration?
I mentioned we might talk about a frustration that I had during the con. But let's jump into it, ladies and gentlemen. This past weekend was Geek'd Con. It was the 10th year of the event. And it is our fourth time to have a booth. And let's jump into it. Celeste, where do you want to start with this conversation? You want to talk about highs?
Yeah, let's talk about highs. Let's start off on a good note.
Yes, let's start off on a good note. I'm going to jump off the bat right now. I was incredibly blessed by the number of people who just came up to our booth to say hi. Like, they knew who we were. They've been following Geek Devotions, or they had seen us at previous cons, and they may not necessarily agree with us, but they appreciated us being there, and they came and wanted to just spend time. And I genuinely appreciated that because when you do stuff like this, sometimes you feel like, all right, is anybody listening? Are we making a difference? And it was good to see that fruit take place.
It was.
So
especially for people like Josh, who got to come to the Devoted Geek together this year.
Yeah.
And then we had someone, a young lady who came up and she goes, I've been following you and I wanted to say hi. And so that was really cool because it reminds you that not everybody is super active and commenting. So
right.
we don't see everybody who sees our stuff.
Exactly.
We would love to.
Right.
But if they don't put themselves out there, then we don't necessarily see it.
Exactly. That is a generally Josh coming to Geek'd Con or come to the Devoted Geek together was a win for me also.
Yeah.
He's kind of been in our chat. Well, not necessarily chat, but he's been in the comment sections on Facebook and he's done several other things. And we met him briefly at Geek'd Con last year. Mm-hmm. And but the fact that he came and hung out with us, hung out with some of the people, that was really cool. That was great. What
was cool to me was we also got to hear an amazing testimony about his daughter.
Yes.
How Jesus has just changed her life. And we love that. We got to celebrate that with him.
Yeah, exactly. And so I love celebrating those type of things already. But then having at the table, all the stuff going on, that was such a great moment. Can I give another one?
Sure.
So if you guys listen to Comm Talk, you guys know that we interviewed Ron from Studio Bless. They're creating an anime that's Christian based and everything like that. Him and his entire crew came with us to Devoted Geek together.
Yeah.
And so we got to hang out with them and talk with them, and just really great. And we went up and visited his booth several times, and he came down and hung out with us. It was just really, really awesome to do that.
It was.
So, we got a comment on YouTube. Kathina Gallery. That was awesome. I'm a volunteer with a ministry called Jesus Otaku. And we have a booth at Anime Expo. Very cool.
Nice.
And I had people like that coming up to my booth saying hi. Many people recognize us at the con. That's so cool, Kathina.
That's awesome. So back to the conversation about Ron.
Right.
Not to cut you off.
No, go.
I really need him to let us know what his mom's name is, because I just called her mom all weekend and he never told me her name and she never told me her name. So Ron's mom, ma'am, what's your adult name?
What's your adult name? Ron, if you're listening, let us know, bud.
What's your mom's adult name?
That's so funny. That is so funny. So what was a win for you, babe?
This is going to sound strange, but how many cards we gave out?
Oh, you like our business cards and
Our
stuff?
business cards,
Yeah.
yeah. We bought a fresh box of business cards because we were almost out of the ones that we bought for our very first Geek'd Con.
Right.
And I want you to hear that, for our very first Geek'd Con. No, it wasn't even that. It was Squad Con.
Oh gosh, you're right.
It was the ones that set off the it's a bomb people, and it wasn't. It was just a cardboard box with cardboard cards that didn't show up on the X-ray.
When did we go to Squad? You keep talking. I'm gonna look up when we went to Squad Con.
It would have been in 2019.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So this is how long it has taken us to get through this box of cards. Mm-hmm. And we gave out over 3/4 of the box. Mm-hmm. We don't have very many business cards left. And the fact that we gave out that many cards, now some people, it's going to end up in their back pocket. It's going to end up in the bottom of their bag or in the trash or whatever. But we talked to enough people that we gave out that many cards.
Yeah.
We've impacted that many. Like that was a great metric for me.
Yeah.
Because we don't go by sales
Right.
when we sell things.
No, we don't.
We are not salespeople. We're terrible at it. We made the same thing we made last year, I think. We might have made a couple dollars more.
Yes, we brought in a grand total of $40, guys. That's it for. We lose money at Geek'd Con.
We do.
Paladin says 3/4. Yeah, 3/4 of a brand new box is gone. Like I didn't even think about that. You're right. So 5 years ago we went to Squad Con, and we got the.
That would have been 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it's 2025.
Well, yes, you're correct, but month-wise.
Okay. Okay.
According to YouTube, it's 5 years. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that's wild. That we really did. We had that many people come by our booth and ask questions.
That we gave away more cards than we had given away
Right.
in 5 years.
Now, to be fair, we did give quite a bit to also Ron to give away upstairs.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. But he was giving away so many, he had to come get more.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did. I forgot about that. Drew says I have you on have YouTube on TV. Solely my entertainment setup is coming back. I'm so glad to hear it, brother. Oh my gosh. So, but yeah, man, you're right, Celeste. Though I hadn't even thought about that. Like,
Well, I'm always looking for the win, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, what's the encouragement here?
Sure.
And having people come up and recognize us, that's one of the wins. That's a way that we can go, what we're doing is making a difference.
Right.
The giving away the business cards tells me that being at Geek'd Con was worth it. Because it's that many people that we've reached out and touched, that many people that will hopefully reach out to find our stuff and be encouraged and know that God loves them and cares for them and has a plan and a purpose for their life.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, there's seeds that we've planted,
right?
Quite literally.
Literally, they're the Korok seeds from from Zelda.
Oh man, Kathina says, "Great seeing more nerdy, geeky ministries going to these spaces where the Lord is needed. Jesus Otaku couldn't get a booth this year, but have been at the con since 2014. That's cool. That's really cool, sis. So, oh man, I'm still just thinking about that fact of the number of people we talked to.
Yeah,
and that we ended the first day, and I was like, we had a steady stream of conversations. We had a few times where it was kind of quiet, downtime. But we had a steady stream of conversations basically all day, talking to people in some fashion about one thing or another. Be it just like, oh, this is what we do, to like longer conversations about it, or to people who came and they're just hanging out at our booths.
Yeah.
And so it was a great opportunity to do that. I mean, we are so thankful to be able to do this.
We are.
To just be able to be on the floor and love people in a real way. And, when we started this 9 years ago, we were just taking our camera and hoping we didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Interviewing people. and it was good. We did stuff. We built relationships with certain people. But since going into this new mode of things, it's been different,
Yeah. Well, and it gives us some, I feel like gravitas is the wrong word. It gives us some credibility that we are there in the space as a vendor with the people who are coming.
Right.
Like, just showing up and walking around is great, but putting in the money to get a space, going up there, getting up early on the weekend,
right,
changing our normal schedule to do this gives us more skin in the game.
Yeah. Taking off work.
Yeah.
Having put in extra work ahead of time to handle the taking off work.
And then the fact that the vendors can tell that we don't sell a lot, so they know that the vendors know that we're not doing this for the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're not there because we're wanting to be rich and famous.
Right.
Not opposed to the rich part, but I mean, it's just not a thing that's happened.
We're just genuinely there just to love people.
Yeah.
And I think like this year we've seen some of the fruit of that. We had one individual who they just hung out at our booth all weekend, and they went out of their way to come back to say goodbye to us every night.
The one person who came to show you their art, the art that they'd found, they came when you weren't at the booth the last night.
Oh, really?
And they were like, I finished it out. I've gotten everything I wanted. And it was a image of Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, wow.
It looked really cool. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize until later when you were talking about it to me that they had been showing you so we've become someone that people want to go, hey, look what I got.
Yeah. like just to celebrate people, you know, and to love on them in the moment. We had this one guy, real quick, catch on the chat. Mangaka says, both my boys enjoyed having the booth as a place to rest for a minute when things got crazy. That's one of the reasons we love doing what we do, is that we're able to do that, to make that happen. Geeky Guys for God, Jason says, I 3D print keychains with our website on it to make it less likely for people to throw out. I'm just hoping that they make a small difference. Man, every little bit of thing like that, it counts. Yep. It helps. Stacy says, when we went for the first time, me and Dale didn't know y'all yet. I don't remember what year it was. It was like the second year of Geek'd Con.
When we met Dale, yeah.
Absolutely. So, but we had this, like, again, just the moments. There was this guy that walked past us.
No, it would have been the third year we met Dale.
Oh, yeah.
Because the second year of Geek'd Con, we had just started. Yeah, you're right. So there was this guy who walked past us on the con floor, and he was kind of bald-headed. Oh, he was bald-headed. And but he's wearing this trench, like this like leather coat and stuff like that. And he had this look on his face, and I'm like, and something, just a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, and I yelled, I was like, hey, are you Eccleston? Like dressed up as Eccleston, like the 9th Doctor from Doctor Who. And he's like turned around to me and looked confused. I was like, are you supposed to be Eccleston from Doctor Who? And the dude like lit up. Like, this is an older gentleman. Yeah.
Like he's, you know, mid 40s, 50s. And he lit up like a Christmas tree because I recognized it. And he was like, oh, my sonic screwdriver's on the fritz, so I don't have it. And I was like, bro, this is great. And we got to pose together.
Yeah.
You know, those small moments of you know, recognizing what people are into, recognizing what's their passions, and then enjoying it with them and encourage them. We had this young lady walk past with a friend, and I recognized her from the what was the anime that we were watching? It was anime about gambling.
Bet.
Well, that was the Netflix version of it.
I can't.
Kakagori, something like that.
Kakagori.
And she's dressed up as the girl from that. And so I yelled at her. I was like, hey, you want to make a bet? And she looked at me kind of strangely. And she realized I was talking about her cosplay. And she was like, oh my God, somebody recognized my cosplay. Because she put it together. Like, she got pieces and she showed stuff together. Mm-hmm. And then her friend, she did all stuff for her friend for their cosplay. And so for a moment, I'm going, these were great. And she's like, somebody understood.
Yeah. Well, and then also because she felt like she came by on Sunday, where you have the people who have put in hours and months into their cosplay and they're making it from scratch. And you could tell she kind of felt bad that all she had done, and I say all with quotation marks, all she had done was add some embellishment to make it look more accurate. And we were able to go, no, that looks great. You did a great job. Yeah. We were able to encourage her in what she had done because legitimately, I didn't do anything for my April O'Neil cosplay except for buy things that worked and piece them together. Right. All we did for yours was rip the sleeves off of a jacket. So, but we still did that. It still counts as the creativity of piecing it all together. Exactly. And so it was nice to be able to encourage her creativity. Right. So those were, I don't know, guys. Like that's the stuff I get excited about, is making those small moments happen for people to like. Because again, you see some of these people, and again, they're in a place that they're like, people get it, and when somebody understands you for the first time, it's like, wow. And the problem is that there will be people who pretend to understand what you got to manipulate you, not just to care about you. And so to have somebody go, that's amazing, for no alternative motive except for just to love on you for a moment, that can change a person's life. Yeah. So I can go on this for a minute. So what's another win for you? I got to hang out with my dad. Yes, how cool was that? My dad came to the con, and that was a lot of fun. We had some good dad-daughter time, just the two of us. So it was nice to to just walk around and then take him to introduce him to my friends.
Right.
Like the people that we see every year, like Roland Paris, like John Stout. I didn't get to introduce him to Donna, but the just being like, hey, this is my dad. This is the reason I am geeky.
Right.
Like, he's the one who introduced me to all of this, to be able to share that with him.
Yeah. That's such a cool moment. I was so glad that you got to have the opportunity to just spend time with your dad. That was another cool win for me, was seeing, I saw several parents there with their kids. One of the people who was kind of hanging out with her booth a little bit, she brought her dad, and it wasn't really his scene, but all right. So context, the con, there was a group there. They were doing like playing cards. They did something really cool. They had a scavenger hunt on campus, and what they did is they made like trading cards for Geek'd Con, and then this was genius. Every few hours they'd go out and they would scatter the cards around the con floor. Like they'd go into the bathrooms, the railings, all upstairs, downstairs. And then they had a master list card that had 34 cards. And if you got all 34, you got to get the special card that they had also. And so you have people walking around all day trying to find this stuff. Well, the girl that was coming to our booth, she and her dad got to spend the day hunting down all these cards together. And going out of their way, and that just being real cool. She's telling me they try to get a little tricky with it at one point in time. They saw the guy leave the booth, and she's like, "All right, Dad, you stay here and you do this. I'm gonna follow him." So she told me she logged 20,000 steps, but it was 20,000 steps with her dad for the whole day. And I love the fact that we saw so many parents there with their kids. All right, so your dad was a win.
Yeah.
Any other big wins for you that you're like, I want this. This was something that really just hit me.
I got to meet John Barrowman.
Yeah, that was the thing that Celeste did.
And I got to take a picture with him. Mm-hmm. And then I got to go to a panel, which was wild.
Yes.
Mr. Barrowman is not a believer, and he definitely has some opinions that differ from me, but he is an entertaining person, and he legitimately cares about the fans.
Right.
There was a guy who came to the panel, and we're talking about encouraging people's creativity. He was dressed as Captain Jack. Like, he had the jacket, he had the everything. Like, he could have been on the Dancing with Rose on the spaceship. That's how great his cosplay looked. And when he got up to the mic to talk to John Barrowman, he goes, "First off, I'm going to apologize for cosplaying your character at such an advanced age." And he goes, John Barrowman goes, "Whoa, wait a minute. Don't apologize." And he's like, "Well, I don't look as good as you do." And he goes, that's because all of you have watched my shows enough that I can afford Botox and hair dye. So he said something, and it really, really struck me. And he goes, "Never apologize for having fun."
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you are not exactly like the character in your face.
Right.
Because you're older or you're younger. Never let anyone make you feel guilty for that.
Yeah.
And it's just, he really legitimately showed care, and I appreciate that, even though, again, we disagree on quite a few things.
Yeah.
But
well, that's the thing is, we had this conversation about the whole honor your mother and father aspect, and what do you do if you have ungodly parents who didn't do right? And it's this, there's still things in them that God's given them. God still built them in a certain way for a certain function. It's just that they've chosen not to walk in those things for one reason or another. And every person, God has gifted them in some fashion, and his fingerprint is still there of a calling that he has for their lives. And we can see those things. We can see the shadows of those things come out. So he may not walk in what you and I walk in the fullness of it, but there's still a blessing there that God has. And, if he comes to the Lord one day, Lord willing, he's going to do some amazing things for the kingdom of God, but there's still some great things God is going to do through him. whether he likes it or not. I'm not saying that, he's,
Right. God can still use him even
Yeah.
if he doesn't willingly go, I'm going to do this for God.
Exactly. It's good stuff.
So, yeah.
All right. So downsides, we want to get into that conversation?
Briefly.
Briefly. Downside number one, Celeste went to go get the cinnamon cashews and peanuts, and they were closed by the time we got there.
So disappointing.
Womp, womp, womp.
We get them every year. But we were trying to wait to go up together.
Right.
Because they were upstairs this year.
Right.
And get a caricature done of ourselves. And we were going to get the nuts after that.
Right.
And it was later because of reasons.
Right.
And so they were just gone. They had already left.
Like packed up and gone.
Like, I was so sad. I was like, you were here before we went in there. And now you're gone.
Yep.
Like, it was sad. It's fine. That's a silly downside.
Yeah. Downside number two, I went to go buy something I've been wanting to buy for 3 years, and the vendor was gone.
A lot of the downsides are the vendors being gone.
Because we waited too long. Hello, Novice Maxis. Welcome to our live recording of our podcast. Glad to have you here. So, trying to think. The big thing that was frustrating to me, I'll share it with you guys. We had a really interesting moment.
That's one way to put it.
With a gentleman who showed up. It was an older gentleman. He came by our booth and he stopped. He's looking at our stuff. He's examining it. He's looking at our shirts and he's asking questions about the shirts that we're selling. And I'm explaining to him the symbolism that's on it, the Japanese and what the Japanese means in it, all this other stuff. And he's like, oh, wow, okay, cool. And he starts asking questions about who we were and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, maybe something's going to happen here. Maybe he's going to buy a couple shirts. Maybe we're making a great connection or something like that. And all of a sudden, he just goes in on some stuff. And I'm not going to repeat some of the things he said.
Because they are terrible and we don't want it on the internet that we said any of this.
Yeah, but...
he is wrapped up in pride and misdirection.
Yeah, he's very much this is the way it needs to be. And he was borderline accusing us of not really sharing, of not being Christian. And basically, many of the ideas of the protesters that we ran into years beforehand, he was voicing. Paladin puts in the chat, similar to the screamers that started Geek Devotions. Yeah, basically, on the con floor. And it was so weird, man, because I had this... He was at our booth for 45 minutes.
Yep. And
I was gracefully just... Yeah, this is this, and I'm redirecting him. I was like, "You're saying this, man, but that's that's not right. This is where this needs to go here." And it was just, I was trying my best to redirect the conversation, not in a I want to ignore it, but in a let's bring correction because you're really off balance with what you're saying, or right out just wrong scripturally. And it got really awkward, and it frustrated me, guys, because if people heard some of the things he was saying pridefully, it could set some people back.
Yeah.
And it would just confirm in them the belief that God doesn't care about them and that there's no hope. And that frustrated the mess out of me.
Yeah.
So much.
It also frustrates me for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was originally within the conversation, and once he started going down a path that was more negative, I went, I'm going to remove myself from this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to grab a bottle of water and focus on the other people that are coming up, because he was there for 45 minutes. So we had people coming up and looking at the stuff and talking to us and showing things. And like, the con was going on around us.
Like, it wasn't like this was beforehand or anything like that. Like, this is in the middle of it.
And so it just makes me sad for him because his view of the scriptures is limited.
Incredibly. And not even like, he was suggesting that there were some people who were unsavable.
Which is mind-boggling because that is the whole purpose of Jesus dying on the cross.
Right.
Is that anyone, no matter what they've done, can come to the Father.
Yeah.
And also, no one is good enough without Jesus.
Exactly. Paladin, this was on Sunday morning. Like, con opens at 10, and it was Sunday morning.
And he was one of the first people in.
Yep. Novice. Yeah, protesters. They're legitimate. There have been, in the years past, people outside protesting the con, waving flags and telling people they're all going to hell.
They were there this year, too.
Were they?
Yeah.
So just being dumb. So
Paladin, one of the reasons that I stepped away from the conversation is I had the thought of, well, if you're so high and mighty, why aren't you in church? And then I went, that's not a graceful way to say that. I should step back before I do something that will bring shame to the gospel.
yeah, and that's wisdom though.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you. And again, according to Celeste, I did it well. I was very control of myself, and I'm baffled by it. My head has been racing through the conversation for a couple of days going, how did this happen? And then I'm going, was the conversation fruitful? Have I had the opportunity to maybe plant some seeds in him to make him change the way he sees how he does ministry, how he reaches people, or even how he sees some people?
Or at least just having a fuller understanding of the gospel. Like there is a place for people who are more blunt,
Sure,
and less loving than we are.
Sure,
because there are people who need that.
Yeah. There's a time and place for certain things.
Their place is not necessarily on the con floor, in my opinion, but there is a place for people who have that personality.
Right.
But to have the idea that there are people who have done too much outside of the what is it? You know what I'm talking about? The one thing that
Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the exception of blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. Like, that's such a sad way to live as a Christian.
Yep. Catch up on the chat here. I just don't understand if he truly feels that way. Why was at the con? I don't know, brother.
That I was questioning that too.
Especially on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But, and I say that at some point he informed me that he's a church hopper, and he goes to all the other churches, and so it gave him the right to judge all the churches, but we're not going to get into that conversation.
No.
Paladin says, your highs made Satan bring out the big guns. It may be. And that was another thing. And I'm hoping that there's some side fruit, because there are a couple people who came by our booths who we've been actively ministering to for a little bit, and they overheard my conversation with that guy for at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And I am hoping, and I am praying that what they heard was the truth of the gospel coming through me, and not the pride of the man.
Yeah.
That was coming through the other guy that just affirms what they believe about Christianity.
Yeah. Definitely.
Moncos says, sounds like you both represent Christ well, even to those who should already know him. Jason says those protesters are the reason Geeky Guys for God started. I've actually had really good conversations with people inside the cons talking about them and how they misrepresented Christ. Same.
Yeah.
There was a guy, Jason, continuing, there was a guy with a loudspeaker outside WonderCon who just made personal insults. Golly. Lord, just be with these people. Change their mindset, Lord.
Change their hearts.
Yeah. So, Stacy, we appreciate that. All right. So that was the frustrations. We tried to do certain things too late, and then we had somebody just being dumb.
Yeah.
More.
Other than that, the con was great. I know that the team who set up the con had some frustration at the beginning of the week, but things went well.
Yeah.
Like, there were lots of people. I think that while upstairs was quieter than they probably would have preferred, they still had a fairly, like, every time I went up there were people up there that weren't vendors. So I think it was a good con overall. So shout out to Greg Adams for pushing through and making things work so well.
Absolutely. Him and his team are amazing I'm just telling you, I'm genuinely thankful and blessed. I'm thankful for their team and thankful for the opportunity to do this. And a couple quick shout outs before we go to a commercial break. First off, our vendor neighbors, Jessica's freeze-dried sweets. Is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
And
yes, sir. Sorry, I said the wrong thing.
Super sweet lady. Her and her daughter are working their booth. They do freeze-dried candies and
anything. Freeze-dried anything.
They had freeze-dried corn, guys. Cajun corn.
And it's good.
Don't know why.
Dang it.
Don't know why. Freeze-dried Rice Krispie treats? Heck to the yes-o. Oh, man. Paul J. Power says, I heard yes, man. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, we're going to do a quick commercial. Also the second other neighbor, Man-Made Soaps. Love those guys so much. Appreciate them.
They are always fun to be around.
Word. So, all right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to look at pictures from Geek'd Con and then bring it to a close. Feeling fed up with modern games stuffed with microtransactions and lifeless battle passes? Sick of movies that have more agenda than heart? Wish you could hit the rewind button and relive the glory days of gaming and cinema? Then hop aboard the Retro Rewind Podcast, your ticket back to the golden era of entertainment. Every other week, Francisco, Paul, and their time-traveling crew of guest hosts dive into movies and games from 15 years ago to see if they still hold up today. Expect wild banter, fun facts, and all the nostalgic feels, because this crew is totally out of time. Stream Retro Rewind Podcast on your favorite podcast app or head over to firejoystudios.com to start your journey through time. Don't just relive the past, rewind it with style. All right, we're back from the commercial break. I want to encourage you guys to check out our friends over at Retro Rewind Podcast. We love them so much. In fact, they're probably recording a podcast here pretty soon about something amazing. And so that being said, let's continue the conversation. We have pictures. And if you were watching the live stream, we have those pictures up for you guys to look at. Let me make some adjustments on my screen just a little bit here.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Make so people can see a little better. There we go. All right. Paul J. Powers heading out. Take it easy, buddy. Love you so much. All right, so our first picture right here, we got Celeste outside of Geek'd Con. I appreciate they had like a little whole photo booth area set up for people to take pictures.
Yeah, they did. That was really cool.
And there were some cool pictures taken there during the day. So continue on. This is our booth that we had at the con, our setup that we had at the start. And
I don't think we took a picture once we added the table.
Oh, we did
the
not.
Extra table, but
no, but still, it was a good setup. I think next year we're going to do some planning where we're going to adjust some things. Cellcast goes, nice Bulma cosplay.
Thank you.
I appreciate that you understood she was Bulma because somebody thought she was Freddy from Scooby-Doo.
And somebody just thought that this was just the outfit I chose for the day.
Right.
They thought the blue hair was mine, and I went, oh no, this is not it.
Right. Josh is in the chat. He goes, the weekend was great, dude. It was so good to see you this weekend, man. We appreciate you. So I want to point out here, you guys, if you're watching the live stream, we had this shirt that we sold, the You Are Loved shirt. We're officially out of the pre-printed You Are Loved shirts. So you can only get them on our website through our spring store. But it was a lady, and she came across, she's watched our booth all day long. She was the handler for the guy who plays Michelangelo.
Robbie Wrist.
Yeah. and she came across the way during a free time just to buy our last couple shirts.
Yeah. I think we might have one, but it's the last red one is gone.
Right. And so that was pretty cool. But the fact that like she's like, this is just, it just spoke to her. I was like, I love that. I love that was a thing for her. So, all right. So I want to talk about this right here. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, this was on the second floor of the con. And this is our buddy Ron from Studio Bless. And first off, Ron, if you watch this, bro, it was great to meet you in person and meet your team. Ron is the one's doing a whole podcast, or not podcast, but a whole anime, Christian anime and manga and all kinds of stuff. And it was just really, really great to meet him in person. And if you guys want to know more about him, make sure you guys check the last episode of Comm Talk where we actually talk about it. So continue on. Here's a picture of Mew.
Mew.
And Celeste made this how many years ago? It was before we had a booth.
2019.
Yeah. And so, because like I remember when we originally were like, this is how we're going to get people to take pictures with us. We had people posing with Mew, and that was our gimmick. So we take Mew with us to places.
Now we just take Mew because Mew's an old man.
Right. Mangaka talking about Studio Bless. Those guys are amazing. I can't wait to see their finished work. Me either, bro. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, John Stout, Kettlebriar Workshop. He came by our booth, and guys, just such a great guy. He is called the Con Dad for a reason.
Yeah.
Because he's just such a loving dude. I'm so glad to have him on the floor, just to be present with people. This is Spider-Man. This is one of the guys that we see every year. Great dude. He cosplays several things. He has like 3 different Spider-Man costumes and everything like that. And as you can see, it's starting to get cold on the con floor, so I wore my hoodie, and I was thankful for it.
Yep.
All right, this was cool. This is somebody who's like official media. He got a media pass there, and he works for a news station actually. Yeah. And he was dressed up as Spike from oh my gosh, my brain stopped.
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. I don't know if you heard the conversation. You said that he was in the meetings during the day at work, and they were like, "What's wrong with your suit?"
And he was like, "Guys, how do you not know this?" I'm like, "This is how I know that they sent the right person to cover this." But I will say he was too hype.
Yeah, he was a little too hyped
for Spike, but the suit was on point.
Oh man. So Cellcast, after seeing Mew, he says, I now want you to finish Rodan so people can take pictures cuddling with it.
You know, not a bad idea. So I do have more yard. We'll do a crochet stream soon.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting. Paladin says being enveloped by it. You mean Cellcast? All right, so this is cool. This is a couple. They were Yor and Lloyd Foyger from Spy Family.
Did we know? We never got the picture with the family, the brothers.
No, we didn't. My con is now ruined. Another heartbreak moment right there. Dang, the whole family. We never saw them all at the same time either.
We didn't.
Golly, guys. All right, well, time to end the podcast. Everything's now sad and depressing now.
No, it's not.
No, explain. But our tradition has been broken. Man. All right, look. We got to find out how to get a hold of those guys.
Well, we know where Professor Oak works. Not lives. Works.
Yeah, works. We're gonna need to arrange to get a picture with them this year. All right, so here, this is a cool dude. He's a character from I forgot the name of the game. Call of Duty, I think. Not Call of Duty. What was it?
Battlefront?
Not Battlefront. It was PUBG. And so, cool kid. Paladin says, what family? So, there's this family, Paladin, that we meet every year. We've met them every year since the first Geek'd Con.
It's 3 brothers.
Yeah, 3 brothers, and now one of the brothers is married. And they cosplay. If you watch the intro to Geek Devotions, you will see them in the intro to Geek Devotions because it's become a running thing, a gig about us like always getting a picture with them. I have them in our intro. Every single Geek Devotions intro since like season 3 has had them in the line of photos.
one brother is really, really tall. And so he generally will cosplay as like Shredder.
Right.
Except for now with his wife, they dress up as the Forgers, which was what made me think of it.
Yeah,
the fact that they never came back to get a picture.
Man, they're really good guys.
They're
all of them.
super nice.
So here, obviously, is Midnight Cosplay, Miss Donna herself, cosplay, and she was so frustrated because the in this costume, the boots fell apart as soon as she got back to her room.
The soles came off.
Yeah, the soles just fell right off.
She wasn't frustrated. She just thought it was funny. She paid $3 for them and spray painted them.
Right.
And then the soles, she literally walked the soles off of her shoes.
So Stacy says, I like the background you'll have. Thank you so much, Stacy. I appreciate that. DJ Ducky Duck, what's up, sis? We're going through Geek'd Con stuff. This is cool. This is legitimately, this dude right here, Spider-Man from Brooklyn. This guy is actually from Brooklyn, and like he's military, and he's up in Brooklyn area, New York area. He lives in Brooklyn, and he's like, hey, it'd be cool to be Spider-Man, but the most Brooklyn Spider-Man he could.
I thought he was from here.
Well, he lived here.
Oh, okay.
But now he's in Brooklyn. And so that's I thought this was a creative way of doing Spider-Man.
And it looks great because, like, for those who are listening, he has the mask like pulled down to his nose so you can still see his face. Mm-hmm. And he's got a Brooklyn Dodgers jacket and a Brooklyn Dodgers not helmet, hat on. And like he looks fantastic.
He's got the headphones. Like he's the most Brooklynest Brooklyn I've ever seen. So
to ever Brooklyn.
Right. So this guy right here, he's from Yu Yu Hakusho. And so I got to talk about his sword here, though. The sword right here. There's another vendor in the area. His name is Casey. Really great guy. Do you remember what he calls his booth?
It's Mr. J's Illustrations.
Mr. J's Illustrations. And this dude paid him to make this thing right here. And it took forever because he had to do each little piece of cellophane one at a time to put it all together. But man, did it come out looking great. Absolutely amazing.
Casey did a fantastic job.
So awesome. So many awesome. Jason says, so many lost souls at these conventions. All right. So here we have the mayor from Halloween Town. This again is John Stout. And this is, of course, the cosplay that he created. It's actually like, he just kind of chills in it and it rolls with them. And it plays music, and then if I change the picture, poof, the head swivels to the freaked out mayor. How cool is this thing? Socast goes, hey, it's Kurabara. He has a sword. He does. Here's Mau Mau.
I loved the Mau Mau cosplays.
Right. This girl did such a great job, too, of it. So Celeste was really excited about this. I got excited about this right here. I want to talk about this.
Urahara.
I've been wanting to cosplay as Urahara for years. I mean, years. We're like, we got to figure out how to do it. And then we saw stuff online. This dude unlocked a cheat code. He bought scrubs. He bought green scrubs. And all he had to do was buy the hat and a jacket. This dude, come on, man. Thank you. This is going to be my cosplay later, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to happen. Stacy, we don't have these hoodies for sale, actually, ma'am.
Those were a gift that someone made for us. Mm-hmm. And so there's only 3 of them. One's Dallas's, one's mine, and one is Damaris.
Yep. DJ Ducky Duck says, I literally thought that was the statue of the mayor. Nope, that was a cosplay, sis. He walked around in that playing music. Oh my gosh.
And he does that because he almost broke his back being the Nuka-Cola machine.
Yep. And then this is our friends Brian and Cassie. They came up to support us, encourage us. Appreciated them being there. Love them so much. And that was the end of Friday. Come back over here for day 2 now. Start the con off picture right here. I love this picture so much. What's up, Paul Turner? Love you so much, bro. So this right here, this is Celeste with Oogie Boogie, but this is a special picture, guys, because of this. Some of you guys remember the story about a young lady who came to our booth last year, and she just needed a moment to breathe. She had some anxiety. She was about to enter at her very first cosplay competition, and then she goes on to ace it. This is her, and she went out of her way to come see us. She told John helped her find us, and she just like she came up. Celeste was away from the booth. She goes, "Where's my girl?" I was like, "She's gone. She had to go take care of something. She'll be back." And so I sent Celeste to go see her because this young lady just like we made an impact. Again, it was a small moment, and guys, we got to. We'll get to that part later. DJ Duck Cook says, "Did you see Claude?" I did not see. Oh, you talk about the Claude, the
crawfish?
The crawfish? We did see him.
He threw a magnet at me.
Oh, good. He didn't throw it. You should have asked him to throw a jersey at you.
Well, he didn't have one of those.
Dang.
He just looked at me with his little crawfish eyes and then tossed this. And it's the magnet that is the schedule for the mud bugs.
I gotcha.
But I was like, dude, you're gonna. He like flung it.
DS Cartoons, welcome to the stream, man. This is our live recording of our podcast. We're going through pictures from Geek'd Con. So, but anyways, this picture was special, and this is such a sweet young lady right here. And this is Celeste's favorite picture of the con. Celeste, you want to tell people what's happening in this picture?
I am 404ing.
So you got to meet John Barrowman, who she wanted to meet years ago, and she got the professional picture done with him.
Yes.
And so she was so hyped about it.
He apparently has really long arms, and he just has no qualms about getting in people's personal space because he wrapped his arms around me to give me a hug for the picture. And you can see the panic of, oh my God, he's touching me.
Oh my gosh. Paul Jones says, looks like you all had a great time. We did, man. We did, bro. So, Paul, we're doing a live stream of the podcast. If you want to hear more about some of the ups and downs of it, you have to check out when the stream pops or when the podcast comes out. So here's Celeste. I wasn't with you. I'm not sure where I was when you're doing all these, but you were with...
My dad took that picture.
That's amazing. Oh, you were walking with your dad.
I was walking with my dad when I saw that.
Yeah. So you're with Ewok Stormtrooper, which is freaking adorable. And whoever came up with this idea was genius.
I loved it so much.
Right? And this is Celeste's side. This was my cosplay. I was Casey Jones. And Celeste was April O'Neil, obviously. This is me with my mask off. And apparently everyone liked my cosplay. Hey, here we go. This is our friend. We met her last year. She was Red Hood. And she came by our booth multiple times this year. Such a sweet young lady. Really, really a sweet young lady.
Yeah, she is. She's awesome.
And so got to see her a couple times. This guy was cool. He was Michelangelo, but like it was like decked out with some ninja gear stuff.
If it hadn't been for the fact that the mouth didn't open,
right,
I would have thought that he had a movie accurate suit.
Right?
Oh no, wait.
Not that guy. No, this is a different
not
guy.
This one.
There's another guy that was like that.
This guy still did fantastic.
Yep.
I got confused as to which turtle I was talking about there.
DJ Duck Duck says all costumes are cool. Word. Stacey, thanks so much for the compliment. Dia says, I was about to ask about the cosplay. We're walking through, my friend. Paladin says, I think that was the first time I ever saw you with your hair down. And it's not often. I don't have them down very often at all.
It didn't stay down very often at the con because it kept irritating him.
It did. Monka says, bro, your Casey Jones was spot on. Looked just like the movie. Yes, just like the movie, just 20 years older and fatter. About 200 pounds fatter. Stacy says, Celeste, you look good as well.
Thank you.
This is me with the Ninja Turtle. And then this is me with Shredder. This is a cool, this kid, he put all this stuff together himself too. This was really great. I appreciate the creativity of everybody. Like to put their all stuff together. These are our friends.
The Lommaxes.
The Lommaxes. Got to see them. I forgot that we took the picture actually. We went to Whataburger later for our Geek Together, and I was like, I didn't get my picture with you guys. I need you guys to come by the booth tomorrow so I can get a picture. And sure enough, we already did. Duck says, I mean, y'all's was, ours was cool. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate that. All right, this is our friend Josh. Home dude been walking around. We got to know him a little bit more at the con. Came to Devoted Geeks together. His daughter was working the veterinarian booth, which was super popular because they had a puppy.
Her name was, I can't even remember.
The puppy?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were about to dox his daughter.
God, no. No, it was like Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
The puppy's name was Stevie Nicks. And they took her outside for a walk, and I happened to be walking by when they came back, and they go, "Oh, thank God, everybody's been looking for her."
That's so funny. That's so funny. So, and this is our friend Kelsey and her son. They came by the con. Kelsey's rocking our esports limited edition jersey, and her son is obviously the coolest Spider-Man ever. And then we got this dude. He's dressed up as Zorro, and I was talking to him about this cosplay because it was really well done. And he had just gotten these swords down here, and he's like, "I had to play smart, man. They're all wooden swords, so they are light as all feather."
Right. Well, and then also security let them keep them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then we got Johnny Bravo. That was always cool seeing Johnny Bravo's around there.
Somebody's like, "Hey, Johnny, how you doing?" And he goes, "I'm trying not to get canceled."
Try not to get canceled. What? No.
I was like,
That.
I looked at him and I was like, that is the realest answer.
That is the realest answer ever, sir. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. This guy's cool. His name is David. Daniel. I can't remember his name now. Oh, I feel so bad.
Don't remember.
I apologize, dude. I forgot your name now. But he's dressed up as Centurion for a purpose. He is one of the voice actors for Ascension Rising, the Christian anime is coming out that Studio Bless is doing. And he came dressed as the Centurion that he is in that show. So really cool to get to meet him and his bride. This, ladies and gentlemen,
The Hamburglar.
Let's stop the show right now with this. Dale, if you're listening still, this has got to be the best cosplay of the weekend.
I loved it so much.
So many people are like, it's the Hamburglar. Like, they're freaking out because nobody does the Hamburglar. But Dale does the Hamburglar. What's
Wait till you get to the picture.
Oh, yeah. The picture. Wait till I'll tell a story once we get to the picture. DS says the Johnny Bravo cosplay had me, my dude. It was great. Stacy goes, my husband. Yes, this is Stacy's husband.
The Hamburglar.
Yep.
There's the one that looks like...
This is the movie accurate Ninja Turtle costume. What? Where did this guy get this thing?
I don't know.
Like, did he rob the film studios? Like this is a great costume.
No, because the mouth closed.
Yes, well, to be fair, I have seen modern video of the original costume. You don't want to see those original mouths.
No.
Those things are decaying.
No. They didn't brush their teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Children.
But this guy had a lit costume. Absolutely lit. This is me with 2 Zorros. And by Zorro, I mean Zorro from One Piece.
Yes.
And so that was cool. These guys, they did the... so Zorro, he's known for the 3-sword technique.
Yes.
And he holds one sword in his mouth and he has the 2 swords. They both posed with it. And this is, again, part of the greatness of Geek'd Con. These guys are both the same character. One guy is asking another guy for some tips on how to make his better. Like they're trading stuff back and forth to understand, to make things better. I love that, guys. No, Dale, not the Jokers. All right, another picture of Dale and Celeste and I. Oh, was that all of them? No. Oh, here we go. All right. This is the picture, ladies and gentlemen. We found out who the Hamburglar has been working with the entire time, and it is Whataburger. That's who has been Hamburger has been working for this entire time. And this is the great part. That night we had our Devoted Geeks together. We went to Whataburger together. That's why I bring this up. And we were joking with Dale. It's like, Dale, don't steal your burger, man.
Like pay for it.
Pay for your burger, man. And we kind of wanted him to show up there dressed as the Whataburger.
We really did.
Or the Hamburger the entire time. This is the great part. So Dale was there. Stacy wasn't there. And he he had again, we've been ragging this entire time about stealing burgers. Well, Dale had to order food for his wife, and so we're waiting. I was like, Dale, are they killing the cow? Like, what's going on back there? And he's like, I don't know. So he goes, checks back, comes back, and then he waits a while, a bit longer, and he goes, he picks up the food, comes back, and he goes, so you guys have all been teasing me about stealing burgers. Somebody stole my meal. The Hamburglar got burgled.
He's been burger napped.
Burger napped. Oh my gosh. Let's catch up with chat. Paladin says those costumes, the original TMNT, have reached FNAF level creepy. Absolutely. Paul Turret says, now I want a McHamburger. Word. Stacey says, that's a good picture of my husband in the Whataburger dude. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is one of those things again that made me happy. This Mando here is a guy we met last year at Geek'd Con. He came by our booth with another guy, and I want to thank him for he's a firefighter. He serves in our area, so I was super appreciative of him. And he's like, hey, I want to come by your booth just to say hi, and I really appreciated that. Stacey says, I got chicken strips. And then Jason says, oh, the irony, right, dude, right? So, but anyways, I guess this was just sweet seeing people come back to the booth. This is cool. This is a Mother Dollar combo. And she's Yor, and then she is Catwoman. Really nice people, very sweet individuals. You'll actually see this young lady here dressed up as Mystique later in a video we have coming out hopefully tomorrow. If we finish this podcast soon, I'll be editing a video tomorrow called Total Turtle Takedown, where we ask people who would win in a four-way fight between the turtles, and she's in that video. This guy right here just threw stuff together. Like literally, he just threw random crap on, and I was like, "Hey man, are you supposed to be from like, what's the game? Far Cry 6?" He's like, "I can be." He just threw random crap on and let people guess what he was the entire time. So
He kind of looks like he could be from Gotcha Gotta.
Good. So good on you, brother. Good on you. This is a young lady. We met her last year at Geek'd Con, and she had bought our shirt last year. She came to the con wearing our shirt, so I super appreciated that, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This young lady right here is just, she's one of my favorite part of the con. Pastor Scott is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
In the chat right now. How you doing, sir? Welcome to our con recap. So this young lady, I love this so much. There was a vendor, he had the retractable swords, and he made a whole bunch of ducks.
Oh, this is the girl.
And this little girl was just going around ducking people. Like rolling up, here's some ducks, and just dropping on people's tables and leaving. And it was just sweet.
She got a friend to do it with her on Sunday. And so they were like, they dropped them all. They're like, you've been ducked. And they ran away.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. Again, this is what I love about about this convention is there's community and everyone's adding to the whole thing. And so it's just great. And so, all right, this guy's cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, he is the associate pastor at a church in New Iberia.
Yes.
Actually connected to the same network that we're connected to, and he's part of the 501st Legion, and he came by our booth, and it was just cool to see him and have him be part of the conversation for a little bit.
Yeah.
Really just a genuinely nice guy. You could tell he's got that Cajun South Louisiana accent going on, which now makes me want a whole series of Star Wars following stormtroopers who are Cajuns.
You know, not a bad idea.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine Boudreaux as a stormtrooper?
Oh my God.
Boudreaux and Thibodeau. Oh my gosh. DJ Ducky Duck says, she's my favorite, right? And this is a young lady. This is really cool. This young lady right here, we have known her since she was, or at least I have specifically known her since she was a baby. And we randomly reconnected her family. We hadn't seen her family in a long time. Randomly reconnected 3 years ago at the con. She shows up with her one of her brothers, and we're like, hey! And so it's just become a tradition. She comes out to find us and hang out, and she hangs out on our stuff. Pastor Scott goes, swamp troopers, stormers. Swamp stormers.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. George Lucas, if you're listening, we have an idea for you. Come check it out.
And we will take royalty for that idea in the form of lightsabers and Grogu and all the things.
And it'll probably be better than the sequels. I'm just saying. Anyways.
No, you're not wrong.
So again, here's Celeste and I with her again. Celeste is April O'Neil. I'm Casey Jones, in case anybody's wondering what's going on there. And again, this is what I love about the con is we develop relationships with people and stuff like that. And this specifically was somebody we knew beforehand, and we've been able to reconnect and had an opportunity to speak into her life and encourage her. This is a young lady. She was dressed up as a JoJo, which you guys know is one of my favorite shows out there. This young lady right here in the background apparently is not happy that she's not getting attention. And I apologize, young lady, if I have made you feel unloved, and I was not my intention.
You were also lovely.
Yes.
Like the makeup and the cat ears, it's great.
It is.
I don't know what it is, but it's great.
So this is another person, again, relationships, guys. Relationships happen. We met this young lady and her dad years ago at the con, and great family. They always cosplay together, and they came to our booth specifically to say hi, and so I super appreciated it.
Yeah, I missed them.
Paladin says they could do a short like Troops Cops parody.
It would have to be in part of the visions, the Star Wars visions.
Yep. Again, another shot of our homeboy Ron at Studio Bless doing his thing. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Midnight cosplay. This is day 2, and she's dressed up as another video game character. I think she was from League of Legends.
Yeah.
And this she looks fierce, but guys, this is like one of the sweetest ladies ever. Like Miss Donna is such a nice lady.
She is.
I love her so much. Again, I mentioned somewhere if John is the con dad, she's like the con mom. And she's just super nice. Cellcast, he goes, my bed is reassembled. This is your final update for the evening. Drew puts his apartment back together. Glad to hear it, brother.
The bed probably would have been the first thing I did, honestly.
Yep. Cellcast, our Pastor Scott goes, okay, as you know, I don't know about all this stuff, but I love you all. Peace out. Love you, Pastor Scott. Talk with you later, sir. Thanks for hanging out. This guy right here was just vibing. I stopped him going, look, man, I just didn't know.
Did you ask?
I did. I was like, man, is this just your vibe? Or like what's going on here? He's like, I just like the suit. So I bought the suit for the con. I was like, my dude, like just a super nice gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, John Stout.
With his snail phone.
From One Piece. This dude's such a good guy. Oh my gosh. And then I have the Guts sword from Berserk. That actually I took it from Ron. He had bought it, and he was like, I gotta tell my wife I just spent a lot of money. Oh no. Cellcast goes, Box Springs was behind many things, my dude. All right, this is another cool thing. This young lady right here, she came to our booth. We met her last year. Really sweet young lady. She did several different cosplays. And she's like, hey, do you remember me? I was like, I do remember you. And so we talked about her cosplays from a video game from like 2000s, from the early 2000s, and just a sweet young lady. And so we appreciate that she came out to our booth to say hi again. And I'm not sure what I was taking a picture of here. This is the guy that was Urahara. This day he was Ichigo. So he had a theme going on with this stuff.
He did.
Had Ken and Chun-Li. I am the Reject DLC member character.
The future DLC.
Future DLC. And got a couple more. Boom. We got me and Dead. I call it Frizzpool actually. And this guy, he hangs out with Man-Made Soaps, and this is how he helps them sell stuff and everything. Super talkative guy, super friendly guy.
Yeah.
Like we genuinely appreciated him.
He's super nice. He's also an incredible artist.
Yeah.
Beside him is a stand that has all his art. And guys, he does that in MS Paint.
Yeah. Let that sink in. This man is hand drawing stuff, and then he takes it into MS Paint, and he colors it all in paint, in MS Paint. That's what he does, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, that's a thing that took place. Paul Torres says, Casey would be great in Mortal Kombat. I think so. And then this is me with Super Pup from Man-Made Soaps.
It's crypto.
So one of the best pups around. And this is me with Ron. He's got his gut sword and I got my hockey stick. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is day 2. Then we're going to wrap it up with day 3 of the con. And I got a lot of stuff in here. These are videos of things I need to do for later. So we'll come down to here. Megan goes, MS Paint? Seriously? Yes. MS Paint.
He sketches it all out in pencil, scans it in, and puts it into MS Paint. The only time he does anything different is if there's like a smoky effect. Once he's done with it, he will give it to his wife, who will upload it into her Adobe software to give the smoke effect.
Yep. MS Paint. Stacy, no, we didn't sell any artwork this time. We didn't have a chance to get it done, unfortunately. So this is a great group of kids right here. We love them so much. They came by the booth and hung out quite a bit. And one of my favorite parts of the con.
I'm still... Is that Fairy Sparkle Princess Batman?
Yeah, it is.
Like, I don't...
It's from Lego Batman.
It's a thing. It's a legitimate thing. She didn't just like paint it pink and decide to run with it.
Oh my gosh. Dale says Balto with Crypto's cape. Yep. Oh my gosh. Hey, this is Eccleston. This is what I was telling you guys about at the front of the podcast. This is the dude that he was Eccleston from, and so we did the iconic Eccleston post, as I call it, as the Doctor. This is one of our good friends. He played a character named Onion Ring from a. There was a lot of YouTube cosplays, like a lot of YouTube shorts and videos and series, and a lot of people are doing cosplays based off of
Yeah, I actually think I saw someone from Murderbots.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't. They were too far away, and you weren't at the booth, and I'm not loud enough, so I couldn't get their attention. But I'm almost positive it was the main character from Murderbots.
Right. Duck says Fairy Batman. She also bought the Lego character figure of her character while she was there. That's cool. That's really neat. This is Mystique, the one we told you about. She's going to be in the video that's coming out tomorrow, and really sweet young lady. And then I found another Mau Mau, but also with Luffy. This was pretty cool. Silkhouse goes to Celeste. Officially, that's Fairy Batman is the name. We have Misa Misa and Moon Knight, which honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, that's
tracks.
That's a good combination. That's a good couples cosplay. Didn't expect that to work, but it does.
But it does. It incredibly does.
Yeah. So good on you two. Appreciate it. So some random t-shirts at a booth. These are the ducks. These are the ducks that we were getting ducked by. And they kept multiplying. Here's Celeste with Miss Donna. For some reason, it doesn't like me doing too many pictures at one time.
That's understandable.
I think, we're in the last round. Celeste and I with Miss Donna. And then this is what I want to talk about right here, ladies and gentlemen. This was Oogie Boogie the other day. And you see all this stuff up here in the background? That's her cosplay for day 3 for the competition that she won. Ladies and gentlemen, she rocked it out.
She won 2 years in a row. Weird. She is the reigning champ. The last person that won 2 years in a row got asked to be a guest the next year.
Yep.
Looking at you, John.
Yep. So proud of this young lady. She did an amazing job. And it was really cool to see that take place. And then got Celeste with Sparkle Bat, Fairy Batman. And this is the character that Celeste and I got. So, in that, ladies and gentlemen, brings our conversation to a close for tonight. It's been fun. Celeste, did you enjoy tonight?
Yeah, I've had fun.
Awesome. This obviously, again, this was a live recording of our podcast, and so this will be going out if you're watching this live right now, it goes out on Sunday. So when this actually officially hits airs, ladies and gentlemen, it will be a week past Geek'd Con. Hopefully we recovered, and we genuinely appreciate you guys being part of it. we said at the top of the show, guys, we are genuinely blessed to be able to go to Geek'd Con. We are genuinely blessed to be able to go to any convention, period. We can't do this on our own. We can't. I wish we could, but we can't. And we are thankful for every person. We did a live stream, and we talked about our church has this philosophy of going by giving. And the idea is that you can't go, like, not everybody can go to Moldova or go to China or whatnot. But when you support a missionary, when you support ministries, you're going by giving. So for those of you who supported us over the years, you were on the con floor with us. We were there because you've helped us, be it monetarily, which is a big help, be it you bought one of our t-shirts, be it you have just been encouraging us and praying for us. We appreciate you so much in helping us to do the mission of Geek Devotions. Thanks to you guys, there are people who came running to our booths just to say hi because they knew that we cared about them. And thank you for helping us let them know that we care. We genuinely appreciate you guys so much. Before I start crying, Celeste was in the podcast.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Comm Talk today. It is very much appreciated. If you have liked this episode, feel free to like, rate, or leave a comment on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Until next time.
Stay devoted.